Hi, everyone. Linda Israel here. Thank you so much for being here during my live stream. I greatly appreciate your support. I've pre-recorded this so that we can have some of the behind the scenes done while you listen to me for just a moment. I again want to thank you so very much for being here during my live stream. If you could give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends so that they can come join us. And if you will also give me a comment in the comment section after this video is done, and then definitely speak up in the chat and say hi. Lastly, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Now, if you're watching this as a replay, generally, if you're on a computer, you can go down below and look for the little gear. You can change that and make the speed faster. If you're on a mobile device, look up in the corner, up in this area for three little dots, and you can change the speed there as well. Those of you that are here live, do definitely speak up in the chat. I greatly appreciate you being here. Well, those that are here live earn a virtual currency. Junkie Joe should be coming up here in just a moment, and you'll be able to check how many bucks that you have. What are bucks? They're junk bucks. It's just a virtual point system that I have created on my account when we're live so that you can redeem those once you get to 2,000 for a $10 off coupon to my shop. So you can type exclamation point bucks to see how many that you have. And if you have 2,000 and you're ready for a coupon code, type exclamation point award, and my official note takers will take down that information. Now, if you haven't already created an account on my website at lindaisrael.com, please do so, and then send me a message through the contact form letting me know what your YouTube username is. Why? So I'll have your email address and I can email you your coupon code. Also, if you make a donation throughout this live stream, you can be added to my YouTube donators membership that I have on my website. So again, create an account, say, hey, Linda, I donated, and tell me what your username is on YouTube if it's different. That way I can get you added to that. At the end of this stream, I will have journals made, and you will have the opportunity to win one of those journals. Throughout the live stream, we'll have some various raffles, and we also have in-chat games. So be looking out for that in the chat, and I'll kind of speak it up when I get to it. For example, if you type exclamation point raffle, right now you can be in a chance to win 200 junk bucks. So you'll be well on your way to getting 2,000 junk bucks. Normally, Robin is my official note taker. Sometimes Angelica is my official note taker. It kind of depends on what's going on. These are members and administrators of my Facebook group, the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, we'd love to have you come and join us over there. What else? Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. Hey, if you have a question, try to put it in all caps. That way I'll see it. If I don't see it, please don't be offended. The chat sometimes moves fast, and I'm usually looking down trying to create things. So please ask again. But if you know the answer that someone else's question, please go ahead and answer for them. I greatly appreciate that. Let's see, what else? Oh, if you have a YouTube channel, you can't post your link, but you can say, I have a YouTube channel, and tell us a little bit about it. Tell us your channel name, something like that. Tell us what you do. We're going to get started here in just a moment. I'm looking at the time. So roughly 5 minutes is when I'll get started. So it should be just a few more seconds. So definitely hang out in the chat, and we'll get started here in just a moment. Hello, everybody. Are we here? Are we live? I hope everybody is great today. Pardon me as I turn on the ceiling fan. We've had some rain here today, so we have a little bit of humidity going on. I've been working on the the wild and free. I couldn't get my words out. Junk journal kit. So basically I'm using some of the leftover pieces from working on the subscription box and the large journal kit and planner pages and all of those, and I'm trying to use them up. I also have uh, several sets of planner pages. So I thought today what I'm going to do is predominantly it's going to be a planner, because my printer, the guy that prints my things for me for the kit, print 60 sets of planner sheets when he meant to print the subscription box sheets. So I have extras. So I'm trying to use them up. And I've also got, this is the label that goes to the wild and furry kit, so I'll probably use it as well. I'm going to use some, I've already made some of the pages, so I'm using some wallpaper and scrapbook paper. I don't know if you're like me, you probably have collected a little bit of scrapbook paper over the years, so I'm trying to use it up just a little bit. This is a book page out of a gardening book, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to put some pockets on it and make some journaling space that we can use in our journal. You know, I make my journal pages flat, and then I put all of the pages together and bind my book. But if you already have a ready-made journal, just think in that you could take this book page and adhere it to another page if you're working that way. So glad to have each and every one of you here. Most of the subscription boxes have gone out. I've got a few people that I'm waiting on rubber stamps to be made. Our laser had significant issues, and Henry spent half of Sunday during my workshop working on the laser, trying to clean it up. So I'm getting some stamps put together. In fact, this is one of them, the VW Beetle, the classic VW Beetle. Someone had asked last live stream that they wanted one. And I've also added, oh, thank you, Luann, for your donation. I've also added a VW van into the mix, so you'll see it right there. I've printed it on top of one of the pages out of the Wild and Free planner kit. I think it was the back cover. So we're going to move right along here. In fact, let's just use this guy somehow on the page. He may need a little bit more help. I've also got some scrapbook paper here. You know, I'm thinking, I wonder if I could get away with that. I think that's what I will do. I'm going to cut this to be, let's say, 3 inches, and I'll score this top portion. This was a piece of scrapbook paper that I cut off because I used it somewhere else. And sometimes scrapbook paper, if you use it as a pocket, can be somewhat thin. So I am just folding over that edge. Now I need to make this not as wide, because I think this book page is 5 inches. So I need to go just under 5 inches so that it will fit on top. So if I were to put that on there, get my paper trimmings out of the way. So if I were to put that down here, and this guy's going to go on top. That's kind of looking cute, isn't it? All right, I'll glue this at the top here. So how is everybody? Did y'all have a good week? Did you do anything productive? Woo, you're getting there, Luann. No, the groovy flowers are bigger than the the VW bug. But because when I was playing around with the sizing of it, those flowers would be so tiny in order to fit on there. So instead, I thought I would just show you how you can use other paper, like stamp or make a background by stamping and then stamp the bug over the top of it. Or you could use scrapbook paper. I couldn't get my words out. I was thinking too much. All right, I'm going to go over to the sewing machine in a moment. We're going to stitch around this just to give it some decorative stitches. And then we'll place this on top. And then we'll put some journal cards in there. While I'm letting y'all know that we're going to do the sewing lamb, let me go ahead and flip this over and see what I can put on this side. I picked up, oh, thank you, Jennifer. Hey, your box is on the way. Oh, I hope you feel better. COVID, yeah. Oh, I hope you're better. I hope you get better. I've got the COVID is no joke, y'all. All right, I think I want to use this page. I got this little tear-off notepad at our Dollar Tree, which is now $1.25. But I thought it might look kind of cute if I put it on that page. Again, I'm trying to just use up things that are on my desk, leftover bits and pieces. Oh, I've got this. It says Wanderlust. So let's go around that real quick. And I think what I'll do is we'll go to the sewing machine. Sewing lamb. Thank you to Giovanna for the little sewing lamb. And I want to stitch around the outside edge of this piece. And I want to stitch around this piece. So I'm just trying to plan out here what I've got, because that'll cover that page up. And then we need a little something on this side. You know what I could probably do is get away with backing this back to back. Well, nope, that's not going to work. Come on. This tear-off notepad, the pages are not easy to get out sometimes. Yay! I'm glad you don't have COVID. Yay! All right, so there we got another one. I think, oh, that's not where this goes. That goes up there. I'm a little out of sorts. I did a workshop yesterday. We had a great turnout. I believe there were 6 ladies that came, and they worked on the Wild and Free junk journal. Beverly of Feline Designs was there. She mainly came just to visit, so she ended up fussy cutting elements for me and one of the attendees. So it was kind of fun. All right, I think what I want to do is go over to my sewing machine and I'll stitch around these outside edges because I like the decorative stitch. You know, another thing you could do is use the Savage Stitches. In fact, I probably should do that today, but flu is all. Oh, that's good. Hey, Suzanne. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, by the way, if you haven't gotten an email notification about your subscriptions, do check your spam. I've had a few people, because I'm a small entity, sometimes email servers will push my email into your spam folder. Secondly, if you haven't gotten an email about your about your payment going through, you might check, because some of you have been with me for a really long time and you need to update your payment information because it's expired. So I just thought I would let y'all know that. All right, let's go to the sewing machine real fast and do some stitches. What did I miss? I saw Morgan. Yeah! Oh, beautiful weather. Well, we're having some rain today. All right, can y'all see me okay over here? I'm using a standard sewing machine, standard needle, brand new thread. Don't use your old thread. I've got it set on a zigzag stitch. I find that as long as you're not sewing over wet glue, you shouldn't have any issues. And I just start sewing and let it go. When I get to the end, I'll leave my needle down and raise my presser foot and just swing it around and then sew down the other side. I don't know, there's something about stitching on paper that's kind of fun. You can just sit here and be mesmerized, I can't say the word now, by the stitches. Be fascinated. I can say that word. Fascinated. We're just fascinated. Thank you so much for your donation, Luann, Robin, the Mrs. Edmondson, and of course, Luann again. I greatly appreciate your support. I do have a fabric cover. I haven't quite finished it, so I figured I've got the patchwork of it. Yes, it's going to be patchwork done. And what I'll do is we'll spend a few minutes adding any little decoration we want to it. And then we will sew the tie onto it because it's going to wrap around our journal. And then we'll be able to put it all together. This is going to be a chunky journal because there are 6 or 8 planner pages, and then plus the pages that I made. So there, I just went around that one. We'll do the next one. Hey, Sally. Sally was with us yesterday. Sunday. We did a Sunday workshop because 3 of the ladies that came to the workshop work for Hobby Lobby. 2 of them work in a retail store, so Sunday is their official only day off. The other lady works at the home office. So we were trying to accommodate them, and I'm glad that they were able to come and hang out with us. We're going to have a paper making session on Sunday, Sunday, May 1st. I think about what day it was. And we're going to set up at about 10 a.m. up at the We Embroider shop outside, weather pending and permitting. We'll set outside, and I will show them how to make handmade paper. I told them all to collect their scraps of paper. So, for example, if they had a bunch of pink paper that they cut up for whatever reason, and you had some little bits and pieces left over, then it would be a perfect time to use those for adding to a journal. I think something like that. And I'm just going to glue it right in the middle. Oh, wait, no, I wasn't. I'm going to stencil that. Stop, back up. Let's stencil that. I have the Wild Stencil 2. Let's put that over here. And I've got purple. Do I want purple? Yeah, let's do purple because the purple will show up. Seedless Preserves. It's kind of pinky purple, but I think it would work just fine. It'll add just a little bit of a pattern to the paper. See there? Just kind of adds a little bit to it. And then let's do it again with this turquoise. You know what? I'm going to use the same color. I've already got it out. Why get something else dirty? This one's got an unusual pattern that I found kind of fun. All right, I like that. Clean my stencil later. Put my ink pad back. All right, so I think what I want to do is I'll put this up here. This is going to go here. So I'm going to start gluing things down. Kind of add some embellishments here. Aw, thank you so much, Sally. You're so sweet. Aw. Well, maybe you should put in for a day off on that day, Robin. It's over a month away, so maybe you could swap with somebody. I figure we'll spend probably about 3 hours making paper, depending on how many people show up. Do I want to do that? I think so. I'm going to put that here. And I'm going to put this one over here. So, We'll see what comes together. I did do some fussy cutting of some stamping and fussy cutting some words on Saturday. I hate to cover that up, so maybe what we'll do is we'll put a little pocket in the middle. And I saw one that I had started. Let's see if it's in this pile. Here's one I started. Maybe we could put it right in the middle there. And I've got some different, yeah, that would work in there. I could also put this guy on top. But let's do this instead. This is one of the sheets from the Wild and Free paper collection. By the way, I still have some of the subscription boxes left. So if you are watching this and you would like to get the Wild and Free subscription box, you can do so via my website. I think I'll like that piece. This is going to go here. And I will glue this where, if you want, you can tuck a little something behind it. It'll just be glued across the bottom. Like that. Okay. And let's put Wanderlust. It's just one of the elements from the subscription box. Okay, I'm trying to look up. Oh yeah, get to the raffle if you haven't done so. All right, I'm not going to put anything in the pocket yet. I'm going to work on this side over here. I think that's what I want to put here. But I want to have a little pop of color on here. So what do I have that we could use that we might like? I've got some words. Oh, that's what I know. I saw a little scrap earlier. Things run away and hide. So what if we were to put that on top of there? No, it may need to be a darker piece because that color is so light. What if we did a little strip of this? So let's make about a 1.5 inch strip. It's just some book page that I have used my brayer and brayered off. I don't want to cover up the photos too much, so I'm just looking here. So maybe right about there. Cut this off. I had planned to make 2 journals for today, but time got away from me. Did Lori use her dawn? I'm late for a very important date. Well, we're glad you're here anyway, Julie. We're just getting started. How was your weekend? Did you do something fun? All right, so if we put this on here and this on here and this on there. So what do we want to do to this piece so it stands out a little more? Maybe some pink. I'm thinking some pink. We used purple on the other page. Well, that is if I can find the pink. Where'd you go, pink? She's not in here singing. She must be hiding. There she is. I found her. I found the pink. All right. I know. Y'all are probably going, Linda, you've lost your mind. Well, you knew that. That's why you watch me. All right. I'm going to take a little bit of this Distress Oxide and kind of go around the edge. So it's not that white on white when you look at the page. All right, so this is a little pocket that I made. This piece is going to go on top. Then this piece will go here. And then we could put a little journal card in there. What do you think? I think one more thing I want to do is I want to stamp on top of this so we kind of obscure the text. And right now my go-to stamp is my henna rose. I just realized that I needed to cut some more stamps for myself that I've been adding to the shop. I didn't have it to demo with. But I will be adding more stamps this week. Okay, I think I like that. Oh, that's better, isn't it? And then we'll get a word phrase to go on top. Nice little collage going on there. Did you win something? I don't know if you won something today. You might have won some junk bucks a few minutes ago. Trying to catch up on all the challenges, yeah. I was hoping to have the groovy flowers that I could use today, but as I said at the beginning, our laser was proving to Henry that they could be a fit thrower. He wasn't able to get my rubber stamps engraved and cut, so I'm hoping that today will provide to be more fruitful for him to get those done. All right, just like that. I've been checking, Julie, and I'm still not able to ship to Australia. For a moment, I thought they were saying they would take first class international mail, and then I kept reading and saw that they do not. I've heard that read that there's a lot of flooding there. I can't see your gel printing comment, but what link did I post? I post a link. Oh, because you didn't have a space between the period and your next letter. Don't worry about it. Don't get hung up on that. When Junkie Joe says, all right, you posted a link. Don't worry. All right, y'all get in on the raffle. Okay, I'm liking that. Well, this tag, did I get lucky and I had a tag laying here? I did. Well, that's kind of cute. I mean, it's a little short, but I kind of like it. We'll put a little piece of fabric on it. Get my little tool. Hey, Rhonda. I haven't sent your box yet, Rhonda. We're waiting on rubber stamps to be cut. Who else? Lori, I think you're waiting on a rubber stamp. There's a couple of people. Oh. We had a fabric avalanche behind me. I've got a little Ziploc bag that I keep some of my fabric in. All right, so what color? Maybe a little peach. Let's see how that looks. And I'll just stitch it down real fast. Just a little piece of fabric. I don't want it to be a huge amount. So if we put that in here with that little bit of fabric, that's kind of cute. All right, let me stitch that right across here. Olive oil. The ladies on Sunday got to see a sneak peek of the next kit that I will be offering, and it is going to be called Under the Sea, and it will have a variety, oh, that would be kind of cool, a variety of sea life. I don't want to put it in the middle. I don't want to cover it up. Maybe I'll do something smaller. How about Stay Wild? I think I like that better because it gets lost everywhere else. Oh, don't be dropping stuff, Linda. And I have this little, this is called the Bank of Prosperity. And I took some plain cardstock. This is a kind of a textured, not quite linen. And I used the Distress Oxides in different colors in the background. And then I stamped over the top of it. And I thought that would be kind of cute right there. And I think we'll glue down the Stay Wild. trying to get a hold of it. Let's put it right about there. Trying to keep it somewhat flat. I have this butterfly that comes in the kit. I hate to cover up the sewing because I like the way that looks, so I'm going to change my mind. And maybe put this butterfly down at the bottom. I like to fold my page back sometimes just so I can see if that's where I want it, or maybe across the corner. What color should he be? How about pink? I've got my pink watercolor pencil here, so I'm just going to kind of scribble on it. And let's grab a darker pink here, so I'll go in the middle. A little bit on the tips here. All right, and then we'll get my water brush, and I'll kind of start in the middle. Kind of color that in just a little bit. Okay, it's a little wet. Clean this off. And it may be hard for y'all to see that where I put the darker, it is a little bit darker. Okay, clean my brush. Now if we put that across there, that's kind of cute. And I think now we can use With Brave Wings, She Flies. How's that look on our page now? See your comment. I'm gel printing and have a nice doilies pattern, red and yellow mix. Ah! Red and yellow. Well, you could do orange. You could do green. It just kind of depends on the way it looks, your orange and your red. Now here's an orange and green together. All right, let's put that right across here. Any shade of blue would be good too. Yeah, I like this turquoisey color with yellow and red. Okay, so maybe, yeah, let's put it right here at the top. All right, so you can be able to write here, and you've got a little tuck spot here with a couple of journal cards. Let's finish this out. Let's go to this side. Now let's see. To me, that doesn't quite go. I mean, it's okay. It's not perfect. I have a tiny little pocket that I started. Maybe we'll put it right in the middle. Okay, so if we're going to put that in the middle, do we want to do... Nope, that's too big. All right, let's look in here. Beverly helped. She fussy cut a few things. I kind of like that orange. So let me finish cutting. She really cuts the antenna down. So I just cut that piece out. And I'm going to get my Distress inks here and try to carefully go around the edges. Okay. Maybe if we put that on top, I think maybe this piece should have some teal. Yeah, I think teal would be good. So I'm going to get out my spray box, and I'll get kind of the Wild and Free color. It's kind of a tealy green color. Oh, thank you, Morgan. I did them myself again. I ordered some nail supplies off of Amazon because I can't afford to go to the nail salon all the time, and this was like a fraction of the cost. And I need to buy the clipper that's for acrylic nails so I get them more even, because these were all done by using my large toenail clippings clipper. I got it done. That turquoise is beautiful with red and yellow. I agree with Giovanna there. All right, I think if we did that, that gives us a nice little cute, doesn't it? All right, let's glue these together. You do your own too, Morgan? Oh, well, cool. Well, I've just started doing them. My fingernails grow really fast, but they are thin and break easily. In fact, my thumbnail, I usually it splits. I've got a permanent damage. Thank you so much, Lori, for your donation. There's a permanent mark in my thumbnail that when it grows out past the end of my finger, it splits and then it catches on everything. It's annoying. And so I've been wearing the acrylic nails on top of my nails for years. And then, of course, COVID hit and no money. And so I've been watching YouTube videos on how to do it myself. And I found a kit where it's the whole nail. You glue the whole nail down. Because I didn't want to have to try to figure out how to do the fill in the back like they do at the nail salon. And I think I did pretty good. I'm learning. Yeah, large toenail clippers are misunderstood. They rock. I use them. They weren't perfect, but they worked. I haven't added this to the shop yet, but this is a new stamp that I've made. I've created it and I printed it out. What I do is whenever I design a rubber stamp, I will print it and try to see what it would look like in real time application. I had seen several people show the train checks. And so the one I used as an example was from an Ohio railroad company. Thank you so much, Morgan. And so I looked at theirs and it's got the months all listed down here. So you could circle that. And then it has the days over here. So you could circle that. And then I put issued by Chicago, Rock Island, and Pacific Railroad. And the reason being is that was a real railroad. I don't know if it still does, but back in the 1800s, it came down from Chicago through Oklahoma. And so I thought that would be kind of cute that we could add that to our journal. So we've got an unusual little piece of ephemera there. What else do I have? Oh, I have a little tag. Do I want to cover that up? I don't know. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll put that in there. I have a little tag. It doesn't have any fabric on it, but I kind of like the way it looks without. So we need a word sentiment. How about on this day, if we put that up there, because we've got the date that'll be on there. Thank you so much, Luann. Thank you so much. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you. So that'll be a new rubber stamp that I'll get added in my shop probably tomorrow. I haven't finished the thumbnail artwork that I use for my website. Okay, so we've got words there. We need to put something in this pocket. I happen to already had these in my stash because they were purple. I thought they'd be cute. And I think one more. Where did I see it? Where did it go? Where is it? Oh, I've got one of my library cards that I have stamped on a piece of the printed. I think I may do something different here. Of the planner, one of the planner page backgrounds. Okay, if we put that in there, I left that piece at the top. So I'm thinking let's put a piece of fabric on there. Let's get my little. I've been using a bunch of this purple. So what if we were to put just a little ruffle of that green on top? I'm going to cut a little piece. Okay. So imagine, if you will, this is ruffled. I think that would be cute on top of there. So let's do that. So I'll put down just a little bead of glue across the top, and then I'll take my fabric and kind of drop it into the glue, and then just scrunch it a little bit across the top here. Okay. Now, if you don't have a sewing machine, just make sure that you put an ample enough amount of glue under your fabric that it won't come free. But I'll just go to my sewing machine and stitch across there. Looks a bit anemic. Oh, does it look too pale? Well, when I printed the page that the bug went on, I forgot to tell my printer to print borderless printing on specialty paper, and so it came out a little faint. So let's do this. We'll add some color to it. I'm going to use my blending tool, and I've got a little scrap of paper, so we'll put that behind here just so we don't get it on our mat. So that adds a little bit to it. And then let's get, I've got a kind of a gray. Oh, I'm dropping things. We might want that later for the glass. And then we'll put a little bit of water on that. So it'll kind of look like glass. Now, does that look better to you? I like how that's coming together. That's kind of cute, isn't it? All right. We made a page. Woohoo! All right. 1, 2, 3. All right, so by show of hands, how many of y'all have scrapbook paper coming out the wazoo? Well, this was an idea. I've done it in the past. I took a piece of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, and I trimmed it to be, no, I didn't trim it this way. This way it's still 12 by 12, but top to bottom it's 8.5 inches. Then at 4.5 inches, I scored and folded. And then over here at 4.5 inches, I scored and folded. So now we have this page that when we put it in our journal, we come to it, this portion will flip out. But let's add a little stenciling to the back of that. Let's try to pick a different stencil. Which stencil should it be? How about the, let's do the Wild Stencil 4. So that side has got greens on it. I'm going to get a little scrap here. It's paper. Just so I don't get it all over my desk. And let's get the green out. We'll have some green flowers. And my stencils, for the most part, they will repeat. There's a few of them that it's totally random, but for the most part, they do repeat. So if you're trying to do a bigger page, like I'm going to be doing this edge, I think we still have a hanging chad here, then you'll still be able to line it up. Okay, there it goes. Sometimes there's hanging chads in the stencils, y'all. You just have to poke them out. Alrighty. What is your, I don't say who. Tell me which is your favorite stencil, especially those of you that purchased some. And if you've never purchased any, tell me which one, just by viewing it, do you think is your favorite stencil. All right, I'm going to try to line this up right about there. Just got to finick with it for just a moment, but yeah, there we go. Woohoo! Luann got 90 junk bugs. Y'all, I'm going to go broke. Y'all cash in all those junk bugs. Okay, I like that. It's a real subtle pattern, and it kind of matches the other side a little bit. Let's do some stamping. I'm going to clean my hands off. I think you did order a couple of stencils, Lori. At least one. I think you did order this one. I've got the henna mandala stamp. I think I want to stamp it kind of coming off the top of the page, right in the middle. Oh yeah, I like that. And we'll stamp it here. There we go. Put the stamp back where it belongs, or you won't find it again later. Y'all enter the raffle. We got a couple of minutes, and then we're going to draw for the winner of 200 junk bucks. All right, so we got that portion. I haven't put anything over here yet. I'm thinking, just because it looks so different on there, if I put this little tab here, does that make you think you got to pull it over? Why not? It's left over, it gets used. Put it like this. Right on the edge. Living on the edge. Okay, I like that. So it kind of gives us a little something on this portion. We need a little decoration up there. Maybe I should have stamped the henna on there, but I think what I'll do instead is we'll do the henna rose up at the top. And I've got some words. Have very important. How about to-do list? And this one says, I did this. So let's find something to map those with. How about some fabric? I've got this bright teal. You stay there. It's a little scrappy that I had left over. So what if we did this? Like that. I may want to do it shorter, not as deep. Okay, I think I like that better with a little bit smaller piece of fabric behind it. Do you like it? You like the flower stencil? Thank you. It's Wild Stencil 4. I made a bunch of different stencil patterns, and I sent them all to Norella so she could use them for the kit. And I was trying to figure out, what am I going to call all these? And well, they all went with this, so I called them Wild. Wild 1, Wild 2, Wild 3, Wild 4. I drew, I don't know, 20 or 30 different patterns, but the 4 add-on stencils is what I came up with, in addition to the 3 that are used in the creative kit. Okay, I like that. Now let's glue it together. All right, we're going to do the raffle here now. If y'all haven't already joined, please do so. Let me finish gluing these down so that they can be drying. And then we'll talk about, what do we want to do on the other side? Do we want to leave it with just the pretty scrapbook paper? Or do we want to add some more embellishment? All right, let's go ahead. Get her glued down. Okay. We're getting there a little at a time. Okay. I like it. So if we were to come to this page in our journal, it'll be a little bit shorter than the next page. And then you flip this open so you would see this. And then you would flip your page. And then when you came to this side, you would flip out like that. And then you have this floral paper on. I think I'm going to leave the paper the way that it is. I like the way that pattern looks. I don't really want to cover it up. Okay. Thank you, Margie, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. While I am pulling a prize, we're going to let you look at, this is a page that I made prior to the live stream. Hello! Get in the raffle, Margie. It's time for 200 junk bucks. The page before you, this is scrapbook paper, the arrow stamp, follow your heart, the large mandala from the Celebrate Your Creativity stamp set. And then this is one of my mixed media digital download. Mixed media flowers, I think she called it. And I created some gel prints and I took photos from my garden. Then Norella went in and manipulated those and made journal cards. And then this is one of Norella's, I think it's called Botanicals. It's got a bunch of cards that are 2x2, and then these are 4x4. So I thought that'd be cute. Then I had some scrapbook cardstock that I just cut. I just thought it was fun for a different pattern. And this is wallpaper out of a wallpaper sample book. All right, let's pick the winner. Oh, they're doing a boss fight. The winner of 200 junk bucks is Heather Blood. Congratulations, Heather. I'll get 200 junk bucks added to your account. Chipboard alpha and symbols. So SYM. Okay. Probably didn't spell that right. So I found in my stash, and this may have been given to me. I may have purchased it a long time ago, but this is an alphabet set of chipboard, and then you get like symbols. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. Suzanne, appreciate your donation. You also get these, like this could be like a buckle type thing, little labels, tags, shapes. This one's got a little birdie, a butterfly, a dragonfly, a heart, and flowers. And this has got the numbers in it. So that will be our next prize. Passing things along. Oh no. Hang on a second. My computer that I use is connected to a television here in front of me. Come on. And what happened is I hit the power button when I dropped that chipboard over to the edge. So I got to get it turned back on. Hopefully everything didn't get disconnected. The computer's still, come on. Stop it. I don't want to go to, it keeps going to Prime Video. Because it's a Roku TV. Go back. All right, come on, over here. One more. There you go. Y'all still with me? All right, let's put that here so it's more protected. All righty. Started the raffle. This is wallpaper. I think it may need something on this, but I'm kind of liking that it's just a pretty pattern. So I'm going to leave it. And I made this page. This was a piece of sheet music, and this was a scrap of a paper that I cut. And I made a little side pocket. I used the feather down the side. I sprayed the background with the Wild and Free kit color, and then I added a little piece of fabric as a tab. On this side, I shrank the paper pack papers and made 4 to a page. I believe that comes out like a 3x4 piece of paper. And I printed both of these 2 prints because I just liked the way they looked. And then I did some stenciling on another tear-off notepad. And then this is the VW van that I put here. Yeah. No, Laura, I'm not going to do that. And then I made gel prints a while back. I have these available as a digital download. And I just cut it into a card, add a little piece of fabric on top of it. I think this page needs a sentiment. These don't have sentiment. So let's put sentiments on that page. How about we're looking, I already did a bunch, so it makes it so much easier for me to, how about to-do list over here and maybe be authentic? Is that, yeah, that looks like it would work. And I don't think it needs additional embellishment. I think we can glue it straight down because there's enough of a contrast. And sometimes, and I don't get to do that very often, but sometimes what I'll do is I'll make pages and then put them aside and let them stew for a little bit. And then I'll come back and say, oh yeah, you know what? I want to add another thingy to that. Or I want to add a sentiment or something. Do I want to do the orange on the orange? Okay, I'm looking up at the camera to see which I like better. And I think I kind of like, I think that stands out a little better. I did have some scrapbook paper left over, so I cut it into some other shapes. Let's see if that looks, that's kind of cool, isn't it? All right, and over here, that'll stick out. So we'll have this little patterns there. That'll be good. I'll save these. I've started to work on 2 journals. If I get the other one finished, I'll post it. Okay. I like it. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Let's do a couple of stenciled mop-up papers. We haven't done that in a while. So I'm getting out my Sleepless Nights and Prime Video. You notice watercolor paper pulls, yeah, watercolor paper is good. If you can use a heavier stock paper when you do your gel printing, you'll get some amazing prints. All right, so I'm just laying a piece of copy paper in there. And I may change my mind what goes in there. How about if we do this pink? These are some of the pages you get in the creative kit. I'm going to lay that there. And let's do, I saw it a moment ago. Where is the stencil that I want? Why are you hiding from me? Oh, here we go. We'll do this one. I think it would be pretty on here. So this is the Romantic Flourish. This is a new stencil in my shop. So I'm just positioning it in the middle there. And let's get a couple of colors. I've got the purple and I've got the pink. And we might as well get the teal color. So I'm going to shake these all up and we're going to spray them. You want to make sure, see the mic is in the bottom. You want to keep shaking these side to side is best, so it doesn't come up out of the top nozzle and make a big mess. If your nozzles do get gunked up, take them apart and soak them in really warm water, almost hot, and then you should be able to kind of clean that out. If you still can't get it cleaned out, then I do have replacement sprayers in my shop. All right, so I'm just take copy paper on this side and mop it up. And then I like to spray the back with a little bit of Tattered Angels. And I'll use my heat tool to dry it a little bit. You love that stencil? Thank you, Laura. It's new. That is the Romantic Flourish stamp stencil. You did it, Ruby Lily. You got the 2,000 chunk bucks. All right, so here's what it looks like when you mop up. Isn't that pretty? I think this is going to make some pretty gel prints. I'm going to set that one aside. It kind of has that purpley look to it. I'll flip it over and just spray the back. Just putting all the colors on there just so it'll have some shimmer. And let's dry it. Okay. Did y'all know that I have 100 and some odd stencils in my shop? I have 1,400 products. It boggles my mind how many things I have in there. Oh, by the way, if you haven't signed up for my newsletter, I'm starting to send out newsletters. I don't hardly ever send them out because I don't want to spam people or be accused of spamming people. But I am going to start a Thursday throwback tutorials. I started it last week, so there's one coming out this Thursday. And it has some of my old tutorials with it. And then if I have a new tutorial, I'll pop that in at the bottom. All right, so there's my page. I'm going to fold it in half. You know, and I keep trying to use this butterfly. So now I'm thinking she can go on the page there. I'm wondering if I should do something like that. I could do this, make a square, and then have it be a belly band from the top to the bottom. All right, so I'm going to trim this probably not quite 3 inches. And then this should be, yeah, it is exactly the same width. I kind of like that. And then we could put a large journal card behind there. That's what I think. I'm going to glue this guy down. You know what? I could use some more of my scrapbook paper and make a little thing that would pop into the tuck spot there. Oh, thank you, Julie. Thank you so much. All right, so I think I will take these and center it. Just kind of looking. I'm eyeballing it. I'm just making a line where I need to put some glue. And then we'll glue this to the middle. Yeah. And then I'll glue that onto the page. How's that sound? Like that? It's not super thick, so it'll do nice as far as laying flat. I kind of like that. How about the word, we've got bohemian. Do we want to get another little piece? I think I saw, oh, don't want to do that color. I have a green. This is some that I dyed out of Tattered Angels. I think the green would be good, and I'll trim it. There's my good fabric scissors. So I'll just trim this piece, and then I'll trim this piece. And then we put that down. We've got a cute little bohemian. All right, I'm all over the place here. What was I talking about? My thought got lonely and left. Oh yeah, but well, especially if you're using a heavy body paint, Julie, the heavy body paints have a tendency to really penetrate into your gel plate and get those deep layers that you have in there. All right, so because we took away this as a writing space, let's add back some writing space. I've got a paper pad laying here. So let's flip through this. Ooh, that pink will work. Wasn't that pink? Is that too pink? I think it's too pink. Never mind. That didn't work. I spoke too soon. Ooh, wait a minute. I saw this one. How about that one? Thank you, Rhonda, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Margie. Thank you, Lori, Luann, Robin, the Mrs. Edmondson, and Luann again for your donations. I kind of like that. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I get my paper cutter. And it's not really directional. It doesn't really matter. It kind of goes back and forth. My journal page is 8.5 inches. I think what I want to do is trim this down to be 7.5 inches. So now I'll have this little piece that I can use somewhere else. And now what I'm going to do is grab my scoring tool and I'll score at 4 inches. And I'll fold it. And then I'll come over here to 4 inches again. Kind of leave a little gap. So now I have this little trifold piece that can become a journaling space. See there? So if we slide that, what do you think? Kind of gives us a nice little layered effect there, and it's all usable. I ran out. I forgot to fill my beverages. Thank you, Lori. I'm glad you enjoy the throwback tutorials. All right, so let's look on this side, and let's see what I have as far as little fussy cut elements. I have this little tag, and I have this little thing. I think that would be kind of cute there. I need to put some distress inks on it. All right, I'm just kind of reading the chat. If y'all have questions, do make sure that you type them out in all caps. We'll do something over here. Make a little cluster. I saw, oh, here's another piece of this teal paper. Maybe we'll cut a little smaller piece. I could turn this into the pocket instead. So what if we did that? If we change this up. Or do we like it better? I think something like that. Let's add some distress inks to this piece. What? Running after, uh-oh, you've been running after your recycle can. Did it run away from you? I think it needs a background stamp on it, so I'll get out the henna rose and stamp that. Just took that plain painted paper. Plain painted paper. There's alliteration for you. And then we have this piece. Do we want to go this way? On top. I kind of like that. I think it needs one more layer of something in between. So how about a little scrappy scrap of some purple fabric? Maybe I'll even kind of do it at an angle. Yeah, I think like that. Okay, let's glue it together. Oh, the recycle, there's all of it was everywhere. It's been windy around here, so I could see doing that. Want it to be a little off kilter. So I'm just adding some glue. So you can write the date on this little label if you so choose. Let me put this down as a tuck spot in this corner. And then we'll glue this one down. You used to like it, but now it stinks. What stinks? Oh no. Okay. Put that right here. Oh, twist. Don't twist on me. Okay, I like that. So we got a nice little start to those two pages. This is kind of sloppy in here. So what if I need to find a little thingy that I can put across the bottom? If we do a little page flag, let's do that. I've got these extras, so we'll put one of those down here. So right about there. Sometimes when you put things in a belly band, it can slide out. So we're just trying to prevent it from leaving the premises. Okay. All right. The inside, it's blank. Oh my goodness, whatever will we do? Hi, Cat. Welcome. Glad plug on smelly candles. Can't stand the smelly stuff, Lori. I use diffusing oils, so I like those. Those are my favorites. All right. I don't know how this is going to show up, and I don't know how much time we have. I guess technically I have time. I mean, it is my live stream, right? So what I'm going to do is I've got the cow skull. Try not to get too much. All right. I'm going to stamp that in the middle, top. And you just want to press evenly, let it rest on the paper before you remove it. Oh, that'll work. That's a nice print. And now I've got the feathered arrow rubber stamp. So that was the cow skull. And then this is the feathered arrow. Okay. Oh, I pushed a little hard there. And what else do we want to do? I've got the henna embellishment. It's a little stamp, but I thought it would be perfect for adding onto journal pages. So what if I did something like, I want to make sure that I'm not going beyond. So maybe right there and right there. So it just kind of makes it look like it's a continuation. Like that. And I think we could get away with stamping a word on the page. So let's look at some of the words. I have notes. Notes would fit there. And how about I am enough on that side? All right, let's put I am enough. I'll just pop here. Okay, I am enough. Put it back on the sheet so you can find it later. All right, let's put it here. There we go. So there's decorating a page, but not in a bunch of layers. My little fell out because I was manhandling it. Now it should stay in there pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot. Very cool. Okay, so let me see how many pages I have and time to finish my cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a random page. I think what we're going to do now is let's work on what's going to be the cover. And then if I have more time, we'll do some other thingies. How's that sound? As I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, and the thundering just started. Sometimes we lose power, so I don't want to jinx it. All right, so what do I do with the cover? All right, so this is going to be my cover. What I did was I started with putting down pieces of fabric in a random fashion all over. And then I went around each one of the pieces of fabric and stitched it down. And then I have a few of these pieces that are the cutoff of the, it's not particularly, it may not be this one. Well, it might be. That may be from there. Yeah. And then I think this might be from maybe the planner kit. Yeah, because it's not the butterfly. But I like the butterfly. I think I want to cut that one out. Thank you, Laura, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm trying to use up all of these pieces. Now, you don't have to print these, but if you did buy the printed large journal kit and planner kit and paper pack, you got the labels in a printed form, so ideas on how to use it. Okay, I kind of like this idea. I've got another scrap of paper behind it, or fabric behind it, because I didn't want to do all the quilting on top. But I think what I'll do now is I'm going to leave these as one unit. I'm going to put a little bit of glue over here. I do plan to sew around the outside edge. All right, so we'll play with this. I'm going to grab my stack of journal pages that I want to use. They're kind of just all stacked together. Let's put this over here. So in theory, I want this guy to go like this, and then this would wrap around. Okay, so with that in going like that, if I add these images, where would I want to put them? I'm just going to apply some distress inks. That may be too busy there. Of course, Dancing Sheep, thank you, Nadine, for your donation. Thank you, Nadine, for your donation. Again, if you haven't checked your junk mail to see if you have received an email regarding an order, please do so. All right, do I want the butterfly there, or do I want to put follow your arrow, free spirit? I'll add something to this right here to cover it up. I'm looking. Okay, I think the butterfly kind of gets lost. I think I like the mandala with the free spirit there. So I'm going to glue that down. And I'm gluing it until I go to the sewing machine, and then I'll stitch around it. But I want to cover this piece up too. So let's find, how about this? I've got a little piece of this fabric. What if I put it? Well, I need it to be bigger. I need a square, I think. Ah, well, I already have that purple there. That won't work, Linda. You gotta do better. What do I have? This is kind of a purpley piece. It may not go. It may be too much light on there. But we could do this. I could take this piece and put it on top of that piece. And see how that covers up that corner of the label? So I'll glue these together and stick them down. And then we'll go to the sewing machine here a little bit and stitch around it. If you're not going to sew, then put a generous amount of glue. Take your time. Don't put so much that it soaks all the way through, but you want to put a good little amount on there. Okay, I like that. So that will be there. If we flip this open, maybe we'll put the butterfly right there. That might look kind of cool. I don't want to necessarily put it, I think, right there. And then we need another little piece of fabric to go over that. So how about this time? I'll use a little piece of this purple and put that right there. And we could put a word. What could I put? Let's adventure. I kind of like that. So let's glue this down. Looks better? Okay. All right, so we're going to get the sewing lamb. He's going to be coming out here in just a moment. All right, we'll lay that there. Glue this piece down. don't move on me. So make sure that my placement is working out. I think what I need to do is I need to trim this side off just a smidge. So I've got, where's my ruler? There it is. Got my ruler. I've got a rotary cutter. My fabric didn't go all the way to the edge, so I just wanted to trim a little bit of it off. I am going to sew down that way when I attach the canvas piece that's on the back. Okay, so we got those two pieces. All right, let's wrap this again. So that'll be there. That will be there. Now, do we want to put a little something in the back? How about if we put something right there? Follow your arrow. How's that? Maybe this way? I think that way. So then it kind of touches all those corners. All right, so what I'm going to do is sew around these pieces and this piece and this piece and then the outside edge. But I also need to add a tie, and I tore some fabric. There it is. And we'll find the center. So this is approximately 9 inches. So if we come in 1, 2, 3, 4, so it should be right about there at the 4.5 inch mark. So what I'll do is I'll lift this up and put some fabric deep in there. And I think I need to come back this way a little bit. Come on, right about there. Yeah, okay. Put a little drop of glue to help hold it in place for a moment. All right. And this is more than I need. Oh, I pulled it out. Dang it. I was trying to be careful, but I pulled it. Okay. So let's go to the sewing machine. Sewing lamb. And let's stitch. Let's just stitch it. I don't make wedding. I haven't made a wedding gift in a while because most of my friends have been married for a long time. All right, so I'm going to sew around this fabric piece, and I'll sew around the paper piece. So I'm not making any differences as far as how my stitching is set up. I just pretty much just turn around and just keep going the way I'm going. Since we're using a fabric cover, it's really easy to get it under the throat of a sewing machine. I just realized, did I not? Okay, we'll have to trim it later. Okay. If you use, book board, it's a little bit harder to maneuver. All right, we're just a stitching, switching around. I'm trying to use up a bunch of these scraps of fabric that I have. I think this really kind of shows how scrappy it can be. All right, so we got this one done. So now we're going to go over here to this guy. I should have pinned my canvas to my piece because it shifted on me a little bit, but I'm just going to make it work. They made that a hidden pocket in the back, but I want the stitches. All right, so now let's do this piece. I'm just going to stitch in the middle. Trying to make sure I don't get my tie caught up. Lots of sewing. All right, so now I'm going to stitch around the paper piece. Adding those paper pieces kind of help to break up a little bit of the fabric. All right. So now I'm just going to start sewing around the outside edge here. Basically, I'm just trying to get the front and back of this cover, which is just canvas. I cut my fabric. It was I think a 43-inch wide piece of fabric, and I cut it in half once I trimmed a 9-inch wide band. And I cut it in half, thinking that should be plenty of wrap around, and it was. So it'd be about 22 inches, I guess. We'll measure it here in just a moment. Sewing all the layers together. All right, let's go down this way. This part takes a little bit longer. All right, well, let's go this way. Next week, I think I'm going to use the Amarillo Rose kit by Calico Collage. I was looking at it and I thought it was quite lovely, and I thought it would look pretty with some of my fabric scraps. And I think I just ran out of thread. I did. All right, let's fix it. So I thought that would be a lovely journal kit to work on next week. That'll be Amarillo Rose. And y'all won't see the wild and free for a while. Oh. I started to do it and then I forgot to thread it. You gotta thread the machine, Linda. There we go. Now I can continue sewing. I'm almost done. We're getting there. We're on the home stretch. And we made it. Yay! All right, so let's go back over here. What happened to Under the Sea? That's the next kit. That will be the next kit. Under the Sea. I shared a few ideas with the ladies on Sunday, and they seemed to like what I showed. And that kit will be coming out in May. And it's going to be under the sea. It's going to be sea life, sea lions, whales, and dolphins, and seahorses. All right, so we're going to put Let's Adventure right here. We'll glue that down. Y'all get in on the raffle if you haven't already. Let's put, that goes over here. I was like, where'd it go? All right, well, I'm going to trim threads that I see that are really long. Okay. So this goes this way. And the next thing we're going to do is let's put the journal that I've got together. Y'all, if they haven't already entered the raffle, please do so. I may get off here early because, again, the weather's getting crazy out there. So, pardon me. From the Wild and Free Creative Kit is the cover. I had extras. Oh, I didn't get my camera back over here. I had extras, so I decided to use it. It's a heavy cardstock. And then this is the band that's in the middle for the Wild and Free kit. And I covered up where it says journal kit here. I think this was the planner kit. And then I added a little piece of fabric. And then I happen to have some 6x6 cardstock that I cut to make a journal card. So that's going to be our cover. And then these are all planner pages. So we've got the page with the month, and then different week spreads, journaling, layout paper. Okay, so I'm going to set those in a pile. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the pages that I've put together. And I think, do I want that in the center? I think I'll put this one in the dead center of the journal just because I like the look of it. And this was a page that I made a while back. I think this might be Serendipity. And this is from the pastel kit that Norella made for the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. All right. So we kind of have all of these. So I'm just kind of laying them out where I think I want them to flow. So I will grab the planner page. Yep. And then a journal page, a planner page, a journal page, a planner page, journal page, open up, planner page. I may need some more plain papers in here, but we'll see. Maybe I just won't put one in. That's what I'll do. I'll take that out. And let's go back. I think I'm going to take this one out and put this one in its place. There we go. And this one. And then this one. I didn't put very many page tabs on. I swore I had other page tabs to put down. Oh, I'm missing a page. Where'd it go? I've lost it. I made a page earlier. I got it all ready. And now, there it is. Okay. We'll just put, I made this page earlier. Maybe we'll change our mind. We'll add some other pages to it. This is wallpaper, and it's a multi-pocket thing. So here's what I did. I made some Frankenpage paper. You like the V-Day with the purple goodies is your favorite? So this is a Franken page paper that I made. I've added some tabs onto it. And then on this side, I colored in the blocks where the stitches were. Then I added a piece of paper to write on. This was the paper pack, part of the front label for it, and a little piece of fabric. This is the large canning jar stamped on top one of the pages out of the journal kit, a tag from the journal kit. Again, this is wallpaper over here, and I made a tag that is made out of my ledger paper. Yeah, you love the Serendipity kit. It's a pretty kit. And then behind that is another pocket. And it's another one of those scrapbook papers that I just folded so you could have additional writing space. And in fact, I think this is a double pocket or triple pocket. I think there's another. Yeah, there is. There's another one here. So you can go all the way and put something even further in the back. All right, so let's make this a page. So I'm just going to flip through this real fast to see how I like the layout of it. But I think I will put this one in here. And I took out a page. So I'm going to put it back in. There it is. I may swap this one around. I don't know. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that looks better. Just adding a little bit more writing space to it. Okay. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to get off here early today. So if you haven't already entered the raffle for the chipboard, do so now. And I am going to put this journal together. We'll flip through it and see if there's anything I need to add. And if you've donated today, and I think I want to add some page tabs. That'll be easy, but if you would like to win this journal today, make a donation of any dollar amount. Oh, thank you, Morgan. Okay, so I'm going to line this up with my fabric cover as best I can. And I'll use my clippies that I picked up at the dollar store. Don't want it to move around on me while I get the cover connected. Okay. Oh, this page did move on me. I want that in the middle. Cooperate, will ya? Okay. Go. All right, let's put one up here. Just to keep it from shifting. All right, so I need my craft pick and my piece of fun foam. We're going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch down the middle. Like so. I'm just going to line this up. And I want in the V, so we're going to push all the way through to the outside edge. I just put the fun foam so that I don't pierce my table underneath. You could use an old foam book if you like. I'm trying not to move it. I'm going to grab my sewing needle. I have a little magnet that I put in with my needle, so it makes it a lot easier to find. All right, so I'm going to cut 3 times the height of my journal. 1. All right, now 2 and 3. Put that away. Put this away. Don't need this anymore. Put all the thingies away. All right, so I'll start in the center hole and poke to the outside. And you don't want your tail to come through to the front side, so hang on to it. And sometimes I can see the hole. Sometimes you can't. So I'm going to grab my awl and poke it through the hole again so I can come at it from the front. There we go. Lots of paper, it's thick. Okay. Just pulling it up out of the way because we're going to go right back through that hole. You don't want to split that thread. Oh, see, and I don't have it tight. It's a good thing I was checking. Okay. And then I'll use my awl again to make sure that I poke through to the outside. And then pull it through to the inside. Close your awl so you don't stab yourself. All right, slip it under the first. And then check your work. So I'm going to look. It doesn't look like it's too loose out here, so I'll just kind of pull it a little bit. I found I can pull them in opposite directions and make sure they're nice and tight, and then tie it off. And I'll leave it somewhat long in case you want to put charms in it. Put all the thingies away. All right, y'all get in on the raffle? Okay. Do y'all have any? You like the daisy fabric? Isn't that cute? Do y'all have any questions right now? I think what I want to do is look at this real fast. And let's add a couple of page tabs. I've got one laying here, so let's just find a page to put it on. How about maybe on the planner page here? Yeah, let's put it on that page. Randomness. All right, I think, yeah, this is the way I want it. So I'll put it right in the middle. Just holding it in place. And I saw a scrap of paper here a minute ago. I know it's bright. It's bright. And I've got a page tab punch. So I'm going to stand up. I'm going to cut this off. And I'll put the paper in. I want to be able to see where I'm punching. So I'll put an acrylic block over my punch. And that makes it so much easier to get your shape. And I saw another one I thought that I could punch from. There we go. Here's a pink. There. Oh, come on. It didn't cut out all the way. So I'll use our scissors. I'll trace it. I don't want to waste the paper. It just takes longer. Okay. There we go. This should go easier. I didn't punch down all the way, and so it didn't punch the whole thing out. It just punched part of it. So we'll just make do. Just cut it out by hand. All right. Well, let's put some distress inks on it. All right, so I put one here. And if I go to where the other side of that page is, which should be here, I'll put it right here in the middle. So you'll have some variations of the page tabs poking out. Like that. Nope, gotta hold it in place for a moment. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope you'll check out my website. If you are interested in buying some things that I share, check out the description box for links. And also know that you can go to Amazon and buy a few things as well using links that I have down below. Okay, there it is. I couldn't find it. Oh, I think I want this one. So I'm adding a little distress ink. And we'll put it maybe right about there. So we just got a little variation there. Trying to put a few here and there. Come up just a tad. Stick. You can do it. Y'all have big plans for the week? I'll be working on orders, getting those all shipped out. I'll be adding some rubber stamps. I've got a couple of tutorials I've got to edit. And what else? Some tutorials I need to record. So I'm going to go to the other side of the pink paper here. And right about in this vicinity. So I'll have a busy week ahead. All right, let's put that right about there. Okay. I think I like that. Just a little addition of the tabs. And then this is going to wrap around. So what I'll do is take this and wrap it. Come back around the second time. And then cut it off so that it tucks down like so. You like that? That turned out pretty cute. All right, let's do the raffle for the chipboard pieces, and then we'll do the raffle for this journal as I do a flip through of it. How's that sound? All right. Y'all still with me? All right, let's pick the winner of the chipboard. So you're going to get these chipboard. There's some numbers, shapes, and letters that you can use. And that winner is Laura Johnson. Congratulations, Laura. Put that up here so I can move on. All right. So now, if you would like a chance to win this wild and free junk journal, if you donated, now is the time for you to enter the raffle. So Morgan, Janice, and Nadine and Laura and Rhonda and Suzanne and Margie and Lori and Luanna and Robin and the Mrs. Edmondson and Luann. Again, thank you so much for your donation today. I did not sign it yet. I think what I need to do is find a little scrap of paper I want to use. This will work. And I've got this journal made by rubber stamp that's in my shop. So we'll stamp that on here. Make a little label to put in here. Oh, Suzanne had to step away, so if someone didn't donate and you want to help out by entering the raffle for her, I'd greatly appreciate you doing that. Just tell me who you are, and you get the thrill of being in the raffle to hopefully let Suzanne win. Okay. So, we've got a wrap around cover for our journal here. Get my pen and sign this. And this is 3/21 of 22. And this opens up. Do we undo it? It's springy. Oh, did I not hit start? Open giveaway. There we go. We'll flip this to the back and we'll just put this right across the top there. How's that? Now remember, if you win one of my journals, you are allowed to use it, to tear it apart and split it up, give it away, and sell it. It's your journal once you have it. And I'm going to say this, that some of y'all got a little carried away and confronted someone who sold one of my journals on the internet. And that's just rude. Please don't belittle someone. She won the journal. It was up to her to do whatever she wanted with it. Okay? I might be a little disappointed that it didn't sell for very much, but at the same time, I made it. It's gone. It's not in my hands anymore. It's her. So please don't ever hurt anyone's feelings by saying that they shouldn't be selling or giving away a journal that I gave them. Yes, Lori, right in it. All right, so here's the outside fabric cover now that it's attached to the journal. These pieces are paper, as well as this piece here. And I used lots of different scraps of fabric that I had in my stash. And then we have the patchwork cover from the large, or the subscription box. And on the inside there is a little pocket. Again, I used planner pages because I had an abundance of them. And then this is some of my page that I made a while back. You're entirely bonkers, but I tell you a secret. All the best people are. That's part of my Alice in Wonderland collection. So there's lots of writing space. We've got this fold out piece that you can write on. You can write behind here if you want, and then it would be hidden by this piece. Did some stamping. We used stencils today. Here I just stenciled on top of the notepad, and this is a music sheet from a songbook, and I sprayed it with Tattered Angels. And again, I shrank from the paper pack. So if you get the virtual subscription box and you get all of the elements, they're $24.99, I think, and you can get the digital version of the add-on papers, you can shrink those. You don't have to print them exactly 8.5 by 11. You can tell your computer to print it as a 5x7 photo, or a 4x6 photo, or a 3x5 photo. This is the label, Vintage Label 2, I think that was called. There's a little scrap of fabric behind there. This was a scrap of some Italian paper that was laying on my desk, so I just folded it in half and made a tab. One of the planner pages again. And the flowers that you see in the planner pages and journal kits, those are flowers that I took of flowers in my garden. So here's that patchwork page. And then here's the scrapbook paper. So we get a nice little look here. The wallpaper is fun. We have a journal card in there. And then here's Lori's favorite page, which is the book page that happened to have the purple on it. And then I had some scrapbook paper that had some purple and put the little VW bug on it. And this is a tuck spot. There's even a tuck spot there. Wonder if I have a little something. Oh, I do. Oh, so this is going to be another rubber stamp in my shop. So it'll look like a little torn off piece of note paper. I don't know, will that fit in there? I don't think that one goes. And I'm working on this one. This is going to be another little rubber stamp that you can use. I want something small, and I thought I saw a little something. Where'd it go? No, no, no. Ah, here we go. It's got alphabet on it. There we go. That just kind of gives us a little something. With the Wonderlust, yeah. And then over here, I made a little pocket out of a book page on top of the book page and some painted paper. And then this is the Bank of Prosperity rubber stamp over a Distress Oxide background that I made. And this is a tag from the kit. And I did a rubber stamp of the large butterfly large, and with brave wings she flies. So this is from Beeline, and that's one of my stamps. And then this is going to be a new stamp that'll be added to my shop this week. It's called a train check. So you can circle the day or month and then the day. And the Chicago, Rock Island, Pacific Railroad was a real railroad. Oh, a bunny journal. I bet that'd be cute. And that's the same stamp image as this one. I just scanned it into my computer and shrunk it just a little bit so you can get them in different sizes. Beeline Designs and myself will allow you to stamp out your images, color them, and scan them into your computer, and then resize them and print them. This is one of my mixed media gel print, mixed media flowers. I think it's called mixed media flowers. If you type in mixed media flowers, you'll get a digital download for that. And this is one of Norella's botanical cards. And I use the dream catcher in the background. This is wallpaper. This is scrapbook paper, wallpaper, planner page. This is another scrapbook paper that folds out. So you've got a nice little, I like the little, adding the little page tab. And then this is wallpaper again, and has a pocket back here that sometimes hangs, and a pocket right there. I like it. Some more Franken page. Felt like there was more than one piece of paper there. But and then this is a little side pocket, and this was a scrap of some of that scrapbook paper left over, so I just folded it so we'd have some additional writing space. And here's the VW bus, and added some journal cards to the background. Another scrap of that scrapbook paper. I am enough. This is the henna embellishment. Go like that. Oh, your nieces have bunnies with babies. Oh my goodness. It was sewn, Lori. I sewed it. I sewed across here first, and then I sewed all the way around the outside, except not on the bottom, but I sewed on the outside edge of the wallpaper to get it attached together. Otherwise, you have to use a specialty glue to glue on top of the wallpaper because it's vinyl. Things will just pop right off. This was a journal card I made a long time ago. Have a tutorial, I think. I don't know if it was a live stream, but just some scraps and whatnot. So I just thought I'd grab that and put it in here. And then here's your last page. And I've already signed it. And there it is. There's our journal. So Monday, I'm going to work on the Amarillo Rose. I like how this turned out. Pretty cute, huh? Yeah, it's hard to get glue to stick to wallpaper. I agree with that. Now, you can use the Beacon. There's fabric tape, but there's another one you can use. I don't see it right here. I may have it in the other room. That you can use with it. Basically, anything that will adhere to plastic. Thank you, Janice. Thank you so very much. Wrap around. Yes, Lori, a wrap around. That's what it is, a wrap around. Got some. Okay, I think I'm back. Am I back? I'm waiting on Junkie Joe to load. Thank you for your patience. Rebooty. Oh, how funny. Everyone can sign off. Rhonda wants me to just send the journal to her. I'm here. I'm back. I'm sorry. Okay. So now I should be able to go back. I'm going to open the giveaway back up. We have Jennifer, Rhonda, Nadine, Lori, Janice, Laura, Creative Nana, Luann, and Robin. Now, I do not have who were the donators. It cleared off my screen, but I think Sandra Roberts was one. And I don't know if it's going to tell me over here. Come on, just... There we go. I'm waiting on my computer. Advanced settings. Doesn't show me everybody that donated. But I think we got it. I think we're getting there. Okay, we better hurry up before the... Okay, so so Sheila, you're Suzanne. Okay, I just want to make sure. Alrighty. So Sheila's in for Suzanne Roberts. Okay, so let's pick a winner and get off here before we lose power again. All right, the winner of the journal is Janice Brammer. Congratulations, Janice. You have won the journal today. And thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate your support. Remember, if you have donated, to go over to your my website and create a user ID and say, hey, I'm so-and-so on YouTube and I donated, so I get you added to the YouTube membership. And with that donator membership, you get discounts in my shop on things that you purchase from me. You also get some free digital downloads. I will be adding some more digital downloads. Y'all had asked about the laced pattern papers in different colors, so that's coming. And I've got some more gel prints that I'll be putting up there as well. You're very welcome, Janice. Yeah, it's been a little while since Janice won one. Yay! Congratulations! Well, I hope you enjoyed today's live stream, that it inspires you to create. Get your supplies out and have a little bit of fun. I'll be back on next Monday working with the Amarillo Rose kit from Norella of Calico Collage and my rubber stamps and whatnot. So thank you again, everybody, for being here. Have an amazing weekend. Yes, I'm going to get logged off so I don't have to worry about my computer getting fried if the power goes out again. Y'all have an amazing week. Lots of love to each and every one of you. Bye, everybody.